thought that was me, but it's not. But it's okay. It was still fun regardless. I was a little surprised by that. Alright, I've been going out a lot, and I usually go out a lot, but this summer specifically, I went out so much. But before we face reality, I just wanted to have one day to just reflect on everything that has gone down the past 3 months. Start off the summer, I went to Mamamoo, and if you guys didn't know, Mamamoo is one of my old K-pop groups. Like before aespa, there was Mamamoo, and Mamamoo kind of replaced the void in my heart of 21. I was so close to the front. Like I think this might have been the closest I was to a K-pop group, but I saw Hwaza right in front of me, and I forgot which song it was, but it was like a sad song, and I was like waving like this, like a little dork, and she smiled. There were so many people who came out to see Mamamoo. Like I saw so many friends, and it just felt really nice to see the support for them. But after the show, I actually got to meet them because we paid for VIP, and we did like 2 loops. The first loop was just to say hi, and when I came in, I literally saw Hwaza and I was like, oh my god, my god. Like, I don't think I cried, but like, I was just like, oh my god, like who would have thought, you know? And then she started laughing, and like she held my hand, and oh my god, she got soft hands. And I was like, oh my god, I love you, and she just started laughing. The second time around was the picture, and I was like more mentally prepared. And then when we came in, we took the picture, and I had a photo card of Moonbyul, and I was like, Moonbyul, and she looked at me and I showed her my card. She's like, eh, and I was like, ah, and we're like, ah, to each other, and it was really cute. I really had the time of my life at Mamamoo, and shit, that was expensive too, so I mean, it better be worth it, and it was. I don't usually go to cafes, especially in downtown SJ, but I'm feeling a little nostalgic because I was reminiscing on my New York trip, and I don't usually walk around places here in SJ. I usually just drive, park, get my stuff and go, but today we're sitting out here, only for an hour though, because I only have 1 hour parking. But I got this matcha latte from Voyager. It's pretty good actually, better than I expected. While we're on the topic of New York, I think that trip was probably the best vacation I've ever taken in my life actually. But what made this trip really special to me was it was my first time going on a trip without my parents. So it was my brother and I, and it was just like I had the freedom to do so many things. And of course I'm like thankful that I got to go on all these family trips before, but it's just different when you're exploring a city by yourself as an adult. It was just really nice to see like a faster paced environment, because here in San Jose it's pretty slow. I was also in New York mainly for Gov Ball because yes, I went to Gov Ball mostly for aespa, but there were so many other artists that I went there for, like Odessa, Rina Sawayama, and Ice Spice. You know, I felt like one of the cool kids. Like I saw Ice Spice, you know, like that's the in thing. Gov Ball also had like a really young audience, and I've been told from my New York friends that that Gov Ball is known for like the younger generation, but I thought that was me, but it's not. But it's okay. It was still fun regardless. I was a little surprised by that. Because like when I was in high school, I was not going to music festivals like that. Oh my god, this is such a silly little thing to be here in downtown SJ in broad daylight. You know, honestly, I scripted that I would come here for this video, but now that I'm here, it feels silly because like this is where why I decided to bring you guys here was to talk about one of the biggest highlights of probably my year, maybe even my life, I don't know, but was when I came out with my little fruity party. I threw this little gathering with my friends and called it a fruit party to celebrate Pride, you know, fruity and stuff. It was honestly such a feeling that I don't think I could ever, not that I can't feel it again, but it's just something that I can't explain. If you haven't checked out my other video already, I showed a clip of me giving a little speech at this party, and I started to like, maybe not cry, but I was all choked up and a tear or two came out of my eyes. I guess it was such an emotional moment because I was surrounded by so many people I had like an individual story with me coming out to them. And it was just nice to see how after so many years of having those like, I have to tell you something discussions, like, you know, I came out of the closet. Oh gosh, it's still something hard for me to grasp. The next day, I made the big Instagram post, and originally I didn't really want to make a post like that because I didn't want this to be such a big deal because, I don't know, it just felt like I went so many years without saying it that it would be weird to just abruptly bring it up. But, you know, I think if there's one thing about that New York trip I mentioned, it was like, it just made me feel re-inspired, and I felt like I had the courage to share publicly with everybody. And oh my god, the amount of support that I got is so overwhelming. Like, I woke up the next day with like so many messages. It was such a moment that I cannot even explain the amount of love that I felt, and that was such a big milestone for me. I am so tired from editing because I have a lot of videos that I'm still working on to recap this month's worth of concerts. I just posted my Head in the Clouds vlog yesterday, and oh my god, that took forever to edit. I was working on this video for so long because I never caught a break, because this month I had the most concerts and events that I've ever had in 1 month. I had Head in the Clouds, then the week after was Outside Lands to aespa to Blackpink, and there was a lot of traveling for these events. For starters, Head in the Clouds. It was so fun, and I felt like an expert because this was my third Head in the Clouds. I think this year was definitely more chill. Like, I explored a lot more. Okay, it ended on a Sunday, so that Monday I was in Pasadena and I flew home. That Friday was Outside Lands in San Francisco, and I went for aespa and Kendrick Lamar. Super fun, honestly, happened so fast. But then the next morning, I busted a mission to LA again because the aespa concert was on Sunday. This was probably the best aespa concert. After that, I had a week break, and then it was Blackpink. And Blackpink and SF was so fun. Like, I think I liked the performances of the LA show more, just because like I didn't really know what to expect back then. But the experience was super fun because a lot of my friends showed up, and it was just Blackpink in my area. I think all these concerts made me realize that I'm just very passionate about music. I just feel like music, especially live music, allows me to really get in touch with my creativity, whether it's dance or fashion or content creation. Still ugly. So, I'm going out tonight. I know I said I needed to chill out and all that, but this is like a chill birthday event, so you know summer is over when it's 8 p.m. and it's dark out. Something that I wish I had more of is cologne. I only have a few colognes. In fact, I only have like 2 or 3, but I alternate. I have this Gucci cologne that my friend Allison gave to me. I use this when I'm trying to feel sexy. But tonight, I'm going to a wine night. So I'm going with this Jo Malone cologne. It's a little bit bougie. Yes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kelly. Happy birthday to you.